shady. Throwing some shade. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see LaShawn McCoy coming off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
LaShawn McCoy, yes, he deserves the spotlight. This guy's one of the most talented backs in the NFL, both receiving and rushing. In fact, over 1,000 yards 6 times in his NFL career. Look for LaShawn McCoy to be one of the top producers in the NFL this season.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Jones on 3rd down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So now here are the Falcons under 5th-year head coach Dan Quinn. They'll be led out by Matt Ryan, NFL MVP back in 2016, and now in his 12th year in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Ryan over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offense move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there, Ready.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going deep this time for Miller. He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Scott Miller with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. As far as defensive starters go, here they are for Indianapolis. They've certainly had their struggles against the run, and the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop.
And Freeman lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Yo. Big grip.
Jones now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
That's what I'm talking about.
On second down, it's McCoy. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Go now. 8 read.
58 Mike, 58. 58 Mike. You.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recruit with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
False start, offense.
So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
26-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays giving up, the ball's over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. McCoy. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Ryan. Aguilar has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Gore now, running out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the pistol, it's Gore. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Throwing on second down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He completes it right side to White. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jones operating from the gun.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Jones hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss swing. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Switch up. Tight right. We got 5, 25 tonight.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan and Walker with it over the middle. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ryan now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Ryan over the middle, open is Thomas. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Throwing again on second down. Ryan looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 20.
So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start in the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Ryan to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the holding. Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. That one good for 21 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Ryan. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Ryan gets it off to Freeman.
Holding. Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Third and long. It's Ryan. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. 23 yards, the final tally. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
On 1st down, Ryan. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, blue 80! Blue 80! Cookie to the mic. In your face.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
That's how we do it.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now Ryan. Busting free at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's do this.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down at about the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd and goal, Ryan to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd half?
Most of the time in the 1st half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Jones now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Here comes go now. 60 out more.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Throw left side taken in by Miller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, Yeah, but John, as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now it's Tate. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man here is Gentry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. K1 short in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Thomas. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
You ain't got nothing.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Chicken eyes, ready. Back 25. Better bring it. You better bring it. Ready, set.
And he rifles one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
That's how we do it.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, Ryan. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. The third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tate. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and that'll bring up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jones now operating from the gun. He completes this into the hands of Miller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's got his man on the crossing route. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The 40. He's at the 30, 10, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Falcons 33.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
58 to Mike.
Jones on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup.
Second down and inches. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
My time. Ready. White 25. We got this. We got this.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
On second down now, it's White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This is Freeman on first and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Watch twist. Watch.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
They'll run here with Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
Come on, QB, come on.
To second and goal at the 7-yard line.
On second and goal, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
It's now second down and 20.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. That takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.